So let's talk about this scrapping of change fees. We had Delta's Ed Bastian on recently, and I asked the same question to him. Not just are you guys facing weak demand, but is there a price war sweeping across the industry as well?
Well, change fees is something that we've actually looked at for a number of years. We know it's something that our guests really struggled to understand why change fees needed to be there at the magnitude they were, and so we've looked at it for a long time, and frankly, for Hawaiian, with a leisure customer base, it's a smaller source of revenue historically than it has been for the big network carriers. So with the moves earlier this week, it just really accelerated some things that we've been thinking about, and we think it's going to be something that makes our product offering generally more understandable and more guest-friendly going forward.
You mentioned they're more tilted towards leisure travel, of course. So what is your outlook for leisure travel and how quickly it can get back to 2019 levels as compared to business travel in the industry? I feel like a lot of your rivals suggest business travel will indeed bounce back fully. Maybe you're freer to be more skeptical.
Well, I think on the leisure side, we do expect that there is a lot of pent-up demand, that people do want to travel, maybe not right now, as people are obviously very concerned about the spread of the disease. In the short term for us, what has really affected our business is that we have a 14-day quarantine that's been in place since the end of March for any arrival into the islands. And that's really stifled us from realizing what demand may be out there right now. The first thing for us is getting beyond that quarantine. And there is a proposal that has been out there for a while for a pre-travel testing regime that was originally scheduled to go in place in August and then September, and has now been rolled back to at least October 1st. We think it's important for the policymakers here in Hawaii to firm that up and get the pre-travel testing regime open so that we can see some near-term demand. Longer term, I think demand for Hawaii travel is still going to be there. People really do value the experience they get of a vacation. This is not something that you can experience over Zoom or Teams or any other video conferencing platform. You've got to be here to enjoy the environment and the culture. And we know people will want to come back when they are ready to travel again.
But you have to fly there, Peter. Does that mean that your business and the Hawaii tourism market is getting disproportionately affected, even worse than the rest of the country? Because at least in the rest of the country, there's some pickup as a result of road trips. That's hard to do in Hawaii.
Well, yeah, you do have to fly here, and that's obviously a long-term positive for our business. The flying part of the equation, we have every confidence is incredibly safe right now. One of the things that has been quite revealing through the pandemic is airplanes have not been a place where the disease has been spreading, and that there's a lot of things that make flying safe. The circulation of air in the airplanes from top to bottom, the HEPA air filters that are on the airplanes that give you hospital grade filtration, the fact that fresh air is being introduced into the cabin. So we're very confident about the safety of it, and we've got to do a better job and continue to make sure we're getting that message out to our guests to restore their confidence in traveling, but we believe it is safe, and we look forward to people making the decision to travel more as Hawaii opens up and becomes more receptive again by eliminating the need for a quarantine.